Hi, whoever is watching this. My name's Claudia. I'm a third year speech path student. I would like to begin by saying that I would be equally honoured to work in Vietnam or Timor-Leste. Not fast, I'm sure either would be just the most amazing experience. Let me begin by telling you a little bit about myself. Um, I spent 6 years when I was growing up. I lived in China with my mum. So we did 3 years in Beijing and then 3 years in Shanghai, and then we did another quick stint in Beijing. So Chinese was actually my first language. My mum loves to tell everyone that she used to walk in on me as I was sleeping when I was about 2, and I'd be sleep talking in Chinese. So I've been lucky enough to keep most of my Chinese. I do my best to bring it out whenever I can. But yeah, I think growing up in a culture different to like where you're from is such an amazing experience. And it not only, I guess, affects your life at the time, but I think it transitions all the way through into everything, I guess, you do and the way you live your life and the way you talk to people and the way you respect people, I think. I think it's so easy sometimes to meet someone from a different culture and like they do something different per se and you're like, oh, that's a bit strange, but I guess it's not weird for the billion people, from that country who do it. So I just think, being exposed to different cultures at such a young age definitely has helped me, I guess, be more tolerant and to be more respectful of other cultures. And I definitely feel very, 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 very lucky to have had that childhood. I can't even put it into words. So, in terms of the pediatric caseload that we would be experiencing while overseas, so far all of my sessional clinics has been in schools, and that has been definitely really eye-opening and just an amazing experience. I think, at the time, it's not the easiest, kids can definitely be a lot to work with, but I think to me that is the most rewarding population. At the time you'll be doing group therapy with 4 or 5 year olds kind of running around trying to keep track of what's going on, but then you like look back and you see their development and their progression, and it's just a feeling you can't really describe, knowing that you helped them do that and you made that happen. And I think pediatric disability is working with that population is just so important because really they have their whole lives ahead of them, and what you do with your precious clinic time with them can really shape who they become and whether or not they achieve their dreams. And that's ultimately all we want for these kids, is just to be able to achieve their full potential and become who they were born to be. And I feel so lucky that as a career we get to do that. So I would absolutely love the opportunity to do that overseas. And I think, particularly from what I've heard from the people who went last year and came and talked to us, a lot of these people, they don't have access to what we have access to. And that's just so crazy, because it's not something you think about. Like, you really don't think about it until you see the pictures, and it's just like, we're so lucky. And I think this opportunity is actually amazing, that we get to go over there and offer, our services, and we will learn so much from it. But of course, we'll be giving a lot of these people, I guess, opportunities that they wouldn't have had access to before. So I think that's just amazing. In terms of leadership and, I guess, interprofessionalism, I think working with our colleagues, the OTs and the physios and audiologists and everyone, I think it is so beyond crucial. It is probably the most important aspect of our job other than like family-centered practice. Because with like, what's the point in doing what we do unless we do it holistically? You know what I mean? It allows for, you know, every area to be focused and every, you know, point to be ticked off, and for everyone to be given the best chance to, I guess, reach their full potential. So I think it's so crucial. And I've got a couple of friends obviously doing OT, and just speaking to them, and then when like we talk about something and it both clicks in both our minds that, oh, we're talking about the same thing and we know stuff that each other knows. It's so cool to think that, you know, one day we'll get to be working in a hospital or in a school with like this bunch of different talented people, and we'll get to be working towards the same goal and working with the same people. And, you know, obviously I'd love the opportunity to be doing that overseas, but in general, I can't wait to be doing it, hopefully in, you know, one of my clinics soon. In terms of leadership, I think I am the type of person that can take charge of a situation. You know, I can lead when I need to and when I'm the right person for that job. But I think I also really value when other people are more experienced and are more appropriate to be leading the situation. You know, so I think I understand, you know, that it's so important to be a team player, and you don't always have to be the person in charge. You can be the listener, or you can be just contributing ideas, and you're still as equally as important to that team. And that's my take on it. In terms of leadership roles I've had in the past, I was a prefect in school, which was really, really fun. I did a lot of public speaking, which at the time was not something that I was fully comfortable with, but I got into it in a steep learning curve, but I'm glad I did it, and, you know, now I'm better for it. I feel so much more confident, you know, just talking to large groups of people, and, you know, I think that translates to clinic as well, like in terms of doing case histories with families and communicating with different people and, I guess, different cultures and just all that kind of stuff. I think it kind of paved the way for that, which is cool. Yeah, I just want to say I would be so honoured to be part of it, part of this trip. But at the same time, I think everyone who's applying for my cohort, yeah, you'd be doing the right by everyone. Like, you couldn't go wrong with choosing a single person in my cohort. They're the most amazing people, and I know whoever does get chosen, they'll have the most amazing time, and you would have made the right decision. So thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope you have a good day or night, whatever time it is you're watching this. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Bye.